think we ready, people. Let's go ahead and cut this music and let's get right on into it. What is up, guys? I missed y'all, damn it, all right? Now, look, I decided for this show just to basically take it back to the old school, how we used to do it, just a plain shirt, and coming on here talking about these people and their business, all right? But before we get started, I want to make sure that you can hear me and see me good. I got to shout out somebody right here, and then we're going to get it popping here. Hey, Storm, I'm finally on time. Right, you look, I'm finally on time, too, so it's all good. Slow the chat. Oh, I hope I'm able to. I might not be able to today. We ain't even gonna worry about it. We just gonna let it rock. We just gonna let it rock. All right, so I'm assuming y'all can hear me. Okay, perfect. So first things first, I have to give a shout out to ShearShare. Now, this is an app that I did an ad for a little while back. It is a salon space rental app where basically as a masseuse, as a hairdresser, as a barber, as a, a waxer, whatever you do, however you service a human being, except hoes. They ain't running hoes through ShearShare. But with ShearShare, you're able to rent a space anywhere you want in any salon that's participating in this for only $15 a day. So it gives them a lot of freedom. Let's look and see what they got, brother. Okay, look, they did it all pretty on the inside. Okay, they said, "Hi, Storm. We're sending you a small gift. We hope you like it. Enjoy, Dr. Ty and Courtney Caldwell of ShearShare." Ooh, all official and stuff. I'm getting boxes and stuff. Feeling good and stuff. All right, so the first thing they got me was some lemon drop petites. This is some shortbread. We definitely gonna have this with our coffee, right? And then speaking of coffee, they sent me some Peerless coffee and tea. So I guess it's coffee and tea mix, a French dark Italian rose. Pretty dope. So anyway, I love getting gifts. I love to open gifts, and shout out to ShearShare, and their link should be in a live chat, all right? So let's get on into these topics today. What in the hell? Hold up. There we go. So first up, we have to talk about Nicki Minaj, okay? And it's not that Nicki Minaj is in any drama. Nicki Minaj is at home breastfeeding her child with her man doing her thing, all right? But while she's at home breastfeeding her child, y'all know Nicki is scrolling the internet. Nicki watches YouTube. Nicki watches Us in This Sector on YouTube, all right? She watches it all because she really got that time like that because she dealing with her husband and she dealing with her baby. And you ladies know how it is when you first give birth to a child. You sending your husband in the other room. He ain't cleaning the baby right. He don't want to get up in the late at night or early in the morning to tend to the baby. You doing it all. He ain't holding the baby right. Ain't supporting the baby neck. Y'all know how I go. Y'all get real nervous with the fathers with the babies and the children. All right. The fathers will be the one to throw the baby in the air. Spin around 3 times, and then you hope that he catches, scaring y'all to death, giving y'all all kinds of anxiety. So yeah, she ain't got time, but she got time, all right? And so while she was scrolling on the internet, she actually saw an interview, a clip of an interview that Mulatto did. Now, this girl Mulatto here, you probably or may not remember her from the rap game. Do y'all remember the rap game? It came on Lifetime, I believe. Lil Junebug was the host of it, where he was around all them kids. I always told y'all, it ain't nothing wrong with wanting to work with kids, but it's just like, who want to be around kids like this all the time? I know I don't. I'm just saying. Like, to work, it's just like, no, I actually rather work with myself. But for real, it's like, who just want to be working with these kids all the time? But now knowing more about the industry, I understand that the way that people on the top stay on the top is that they use talent on the bottom and they suck them dry, use them, put them in these slavery ass contracts. And if they have enough longevity to outlive their slave contracts, then they can go on to be stars. But it usually don't work that way. And so with Mulatto, she actually won the rap game and decided not to take that damn chain because she would have been paying for that later on, and not to take the contract because the contract wasn't shit. So anyway, big things up to Mulatto. I done forgot her real name. I hate her stage name, but I like her. She look a lot different too. It looked like she didn't touch that body. I wonder if she touched that face. But y'all ain't heard that from me. Anyway, let's play this interview here that Mulatto did for Elle Magazine, and then we'll be right back.
The queen, Nicki, the queen. My dream, ultimate dream collab is Nicki Minaj. I sit in line for Pink Friday, cut my hair in a bang, pink undertone, all that. When Nicki came out, I'm like that. I'm a real bar. You know what I'm saying? So that's my dream collab. She the queen. You know what I'm saying? And my favorite song by Nicki, Dear Old Nicki. And that's probably if you would have asked me that a couple years ago, I probably wouldn't have had that answer. But the older I get, I can relate to that song, and especially like with me being an artist too. So I love that old Nicki, the queen.
All right, so you see. Hey, what was that dude named? The one that's we don't know if he faking, if he gay or not. Oh, it might be gay or look gay, but Bobby Light steady chasing him. Lil Nas X. All right. By the way, there's only one Nas that I acknowledge, and his name is Nasir. Okay, but anyway, I say all that to say, Lil Nas X. Do you see how it is to acknowledge when you're a barber and to give props and it's okay? Do you see how it is when Nicki is the generous queen? Ask Miss Ellen. Do you see how this is, Lil Nas X? See, this is what you should have did a few years ago, and you would have probably gotten that feature by now. But since you hopped on the Nicki hate train when everybody else was hating because for some reason in this business or in this world, two black people, well, Cardi ain't black, but two people with similar brown skin tones apparently can't do the same job at the same time, even though when they're in two completely different lanes, lyrical capabilities and just overall capabilities in music. But anyway, I say all that to say Nicki is the queen. She absolutely responded and gave her big ups to Mulatto right here. She said, my baby bit Lotto, sending all that love right back. She's dope. And so I love it. Basically, it ain't nothing but an OG lifting up the young ones coming in the game. And that's actually how you get your blessings. You continue to help others. This is what you guys got to understand. When it comes to female rap, you got a 10-year career span. I've always heard that, and it pretty much seems to be true. I mean, most of these girls don't even get 10 years. I mean, just look at all these dolls out there. You know, you got Dream Doll, you get money, you get you know what is a like what is that? Oh, you guys gonna remember in 5 years? No, you're not. You're gonna remember her getting banged out by her gay bisexual. That Tay ain't gay. Tay is bi. I don't give a damn what you say. I don't care if he dyed his hair, his eyebrows, and his beard green. That man remember what that box was like. The way he hit that, he hit that box like it was box. He ain't hit it, you know, like it was the Dookie shoot. You know, he hit it like it was box. And she threw it back for them bundles. I ain't mad at you. You know, you effing trade for bundles. You do what you gotta do. Anyway, I say all that to say, in addition to uplifting Mulatto, Nicki also uplifted Erica Banks. Now, Erica Banks is what people are calling like the new version of Meg Thee Stallion. Once again, I hate that we always got to compare one to another, but we can't lie that there are some similarities. She's from Texas, just like Megan. She's on Carl Crawford's label, 1501, just like Megan is and was. We still don't know if Megan actually really got out of that contract or not. She did some trickery, some tomfoolery, and buried the right crystals in the backyard to get away from that and get over there with Jay-Z and this hair that is never done. Why Jay-Z got them dreadlocks but won't get a line in? I guess when you rich, you don't really care how you look. I guess when you look how you look, you really don't care anyway. Anyway, I say all that to say, low key, when Erica Banks first came out, I really didn't like her like that. I wasn't really feeling it, and I think everybody else was just in my head that this was just Meg Thee Stallion Part 2. Now, Meg Thee Stallion really only got like 1 or 2 or 3 flows, and Erica got at least about, 5 or 6, and then Erica here went and did the Whole Lot of Choppers remix. Now, Erica, don't make that face. Why you make that face? Don't make that face. That face is not ladylike at all. But I say all that to say, in that remix, Erica actually shouted out Nicki as the queen of rap, which she is. All right, Nicki reposted and showed her love as well. So I love women showing love to one another, and women are going to show love when love is shown in the first place. It's like, to get respect, you got to give respect. But I will say this, I low-key feel like Erica is better than Meg Thee Stallion. Don't shoot me though. But I'm just saying, I low-key feel like she's better. All right, let me see what y'all thinking about this. Let me see what's on y'all mind. Like, do you understand where I'm coming from? You said buried the crystals in the backyard. I mean, I'm just saying it's true. By the way, let me give you another little tip. If you really want your crystals and that energy to really flow, bury your crystals in a plant, like in a potted plant. So that way, as the plant grows, the energy is continuing. But y'all ain't heard that from me. I'm just saying, the wig, yes, her wigs are going to get better. Her hair is going to get better. I like Meg too, but I really like Erica. Anyway, we're going to move right along from that, okay? And we playing commercials at the end. We ain't really got time for no BS tonight. I want to get right to it. And let's do it. All right. Next, we got to talk about Donald Trump Jr. and Aubrey O'Day, better known as his mistress, his slut, his paid woman. I mean, he just like his daddy. They all, paying these women to do sexual favors. I don't want to say his hoes because a lot of people do sexual favors for money. I mean, that's 95% of the industry. But, Aubrey O'Day on the right here. Ooh, Aubrey, that ain't no new picture of you. Your face is as big as mine right now. Probably about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times bigger, low key. We don't know if you actually are skinny or obese, but I do have to ask you this, Aubrey. I don't know if I'm talking to little Aubrey, medium Aubrey, big Aubrey, damn, or like extra large. I don't know how big you actually are, but one thing I gotta tell you, if you got a filter to take you from damn to skinny, I need that in my life. Like, not for my body even, just for my face. Aubrey, come to the camera. Now, I know you might have sucked and swallowed a lot of D in order to get access to those, those secret filters. Instagram got filters for us, and then Instagram got filters for people that are verified. But y'all ain't heard that from me either, all right? That's why they look better in their pictures. And so, I say all that to say, Aubrey, you done already sucked the D to get the filter. Send that my way so that my selfies can look a little less Shekinah-ish and a little more, 27-year-oldish. Okay, I say all that to say Aubrey is still messing around with Donald Jr. We really don't know, but she was his mistress for a really long time. Now, Aubrey here is on the NDA, but she's still been talking. She don't care, and she ain't came up dead, and they ain't Marilyn Monroe'd her, but the way she's talking here, she's on her way to being Marilyn Monroe. What's Marilyn Monroe? When you talk too much ish about the president, and then you end up, DAD. D.O.D. dead on the ride, but dead buried somewhere in Nevada or Arizona. Because, those are great places to hide a body, but y'all ain't heard that from me either. So now, look, I still think you guys don't get the reference. Okay, Marilyn Monroe was messing around with John F. Kennedy and Robert F. Kennedy. If you guys don't remember, there's actually a sex tape out of Marilyn Monroe, John F. Kennedy, and Robert F. Kennedy having a threesome. But that story quickly got that tape got bought and sealed, and we'll never see it. TMZ has something to do with it. Y'all might not remember that, and I'm not gonna say allegedly because it's not allegedly. It was an actual tape of them all getting down. And so anyway, Marilyn got pregnant and said she wasn't gonna abort the baby. Marilyn said she was gonna go to Jackie Kennedy and tell on John, even though she already knew him. Marilyn sat there and sung "Happy Birthday" to John, on camera in front of everybody, and did it in a sexual way. So I say all that to say that Aubrey, your career dead, but we don't want you actually dead either. You damn Mitch. I don't know how you gonna fix it. I don't know how you gonna fix it at all. I really, really don't. I know you just a bad girl. You just a bad girl, a bad girl. But we want to make sure you're not a dead girl. A dead girl. I can be your addiction if you hooked on me. I don't have to tell you your lyrics, Aubrey. Although you didn't write those lyrics, you did sing them haphazardly as, you sung them haphazardly as Diddy stood over your ass with a belt or a gun. I don't know. All I know is he animated the fuck out of all of y'all into performing for him for pennies on the dollar. So now at this point, she's steady exposing him. So I want to go through some of the expositions that she's been actually talking about, all right? Aubrey, and we're going to talk about how this issue is actually true. So Aubrey says that Donald Jr. hates his father. That's actually true. Okay, let me come back to the camera because I want y'all to understand. I got a source. And let me tell you something about this source. I ain't really been playing the stories of this source because I didn't know if it was real. But then I seen information that was given to me by this source weeks ago now come out through the Shade Room, through Neighborhood Talk, and all these other outlets. Not that we should always trust what those outlets say, but I'm just saying. I say all that to say this source is on point. Okay, let's get to it. I'm going to break it down. All right, so yes, Donald Jr. absolutely hates his father. All of his kids hate him because he's an absolute asshole, and they hate that he actually ran for president because now instead of their legacy just being Trump, just being him grabbing a vagina every now and then, now he's going to go down as one of the worst presidents of all time. Do y'all consider him the worst president of all time? I thought that was George Bush Jr. I don't know. Hell, they all old white Masons and don't give a damn about people that look like me. All right, then we got Ivanka is a lesbian on the low. She actually is. We're gonna go through that. And then Eric Trump, Miss Universe on the Apprentice boardroom table while he was with his now wife. Okay, all of those accusations are actually true. Allegedly. But no, they're true, okay? So first things first, you got to talk about Eric Trump here. This is one of the sons here. He just is ugly. All these Trumps is ugly. Like, I'm sorry. You know that I'm gonna get into it tonight. They ugly. Just like the father. They have a German background. And yes, if you trace their family lineage, they are connected to the Nazis, all right? The Trumps and the Bushes come from the same from Germany. Not the same lineage, but from Germany. But ain't it somehow they all come from the same area and they became presidents, you know? Like it was in blood before they came to be. It was all set in stone, you know. Read between the lines. Anyway, this is Eric Trump right here. He is the joke of the family. They really don't like him. I don't know if he's a middle child. I don't know where he ranks. But, you know, for all of y'all that just spit out a litter of children out of your vagina, you know what it is. For some of the ones in the middle that just get shoved. He's the Tawanda of the family. There we go. I was trying to figure out how to describe Eric. Eric is the Tawanda of the family. He is the Chloe of the family, all right? And yes, he did F Miss Universe while they were behind the scenes of The Apprentice on NBC. Yes, he did it while he was married. They all cheat on their wives. It is what it is, and the wives know. When it comes to this industry, most of them are bearded, okay, in their marriages, or not really marriages, but contracts, okay? So let's move right along, okay? First off, let's go to Donald and Melania. I'm going to go ahead and put them down, all right? Look at old Melania there, boy. Once again, she done turned ugly. I mean, she really gives me she gives me feline cat. Now, it's not ashy because it's already white. But if y'all don't know about Melania, she basically comes from a village in Eastern Europe, I believe. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to color folks, they say we come from tribes and this, that, and the third. No, Melania came from a tribe. And as a matter of fact, the village, aka tribe that she's actually from in Eastern Europe, had extremely high rates of HIV, all right, being passed down. But they say that's just something we get in Africa. But they don't tell you about the shit that they do. I mean, she did pose naked, you know, and she still was able to be first lady. So, you know, I guess there's hope for all of us. But anyway, she used to be real pretty back in the day. But you know, you know Wonder Bread. You know what? You got some Wonder Bread. That Wonder Bread news. We got that Wonder Bread. Wonder Bread, that stuck up news, that Botox news, no face moving ass news, plain ass news, stale ass news, unseasoned ass news, orange ass news. Anyway, I say all that to say, woo, her face has been pulled back to hill. So she used to be pretty. Now she just looks like looks like a middle-aged cat. Anyway, I say all that to say, their marriage has been over for a really long time, as you guys probably already know. Also, this right here, hold on, let me put this down so y'all can really see. This moving van right here from Penske, you know, Melania, just like the rest of us, she ain't getting none to cover it up because she wanted us to know. Yes, that was actually her trying to move her shit up out that damn White House. She ready to go. She ready to get the fuck ASAP after this shit. Like, she's ready to go on her Tokyo Tony, but Donald Trump is actually not trying to let her leave at this point. They fight all of the time in the White House. The security guards around there call them Karens. They call them both Karens because they both act like Karens, and I can absolutely believe that. But let me tell you something. Melania is ready to go because she got a boyfriend. Now, I don't know if it's really Justin Trudeau. You can look that up and see who it is, and you can tell me that, but I don't know. I'm not believing that. But what I do know is that her actual boyfriend that Donald Trump knows about and he's okay with, because their marriage is going to be over as soon as his presidency is over. It's in their contract. See, when it comes to these high profile people that get married, especially to lower profile people, everything's on contract. There's no love there. You know, she got a baby, so she got a bag out of him. Her kid look like him too. Anyway, you know, you get with a Trump, you just know, okay, look, you're gonna be very ugly and have a lot of money. But anybody that have money can be pretty. It's called Kylie Jenner. Now, I say all that to say, she ready to go be with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend is white. He's an ex-army or ex-military man, ripped, and he blows her back out good. And Trump knows about it, and he's cool with it, because he got hoes that he run through. Even though Trump ain't really able to run through hoes like that no more, he done gained a lot of weight. It takes a lot of Viagra. Y'all get the picture. I'm not going to run that through. But anyway, she got a man, and she ready to go, right? Moving right along from that, we're going to talk about Ivanka here. Ivanka here and Jared Kushner. Now, Ivanka Trump was one of the lucky kids. I see with Trump, He makes ugly sons but decent looking daughters. But then that Tiffany, I don't know. So really, Ivanka is really the only one, but she looked just like her mammy Ivana. And you know, Donald Trump said that if she wasn't his daughter, he would screw her. I mean, he's like, she does look just like my ex-wife, you know, and that's something I would never say out loud, you know, unless I was from Alabama. But anyway, I say all that, shout out to my Alabama people. I kid, all right? I kid. Take a joke. Restart your internet. I know it's real slow out there. Anyway, so I say all that to say with these two here, Aubrey called Ivanka bisexual. She's absolutely bisexual. This marriage is also very fake. It's very bearded. You guys got to understand, when you are a high-profile person or a celebrity, people expect you to do certain things to achieve certain milestones in life, and people don't want to do business with you otherwise, okay? Number one, a man over 30 with no woman and no kids, people don't trust to do business with. Same with me here. If I ever get big one day and I get 35, 40 and I don't have a wife or children, people are going to look at me funny, all right? And if you ain't the GAY, they look at you like you're a serial killer. It's just what it is. And so in order to get people to trust you to do million and billion dollar deals with you, you need the whole package, which is a family. And so she got with Kushner here, who comes from a very wealthy background, but they're on contract because they both don't like one another. She goes both ways, and Jared here allegedly likes transgenders. Okay, are y'all still with me? Are y'all still with me? I want to make sure y'all with me. She bisexual. He likes transgenders. Allegedly. Right? So then we're going to move on, and I'm going to tell you something else about Jared here that a lot of y'all don't know. According to these streets, this is his member. Do you get the point? That's all he has. It's doing nothing for her walls. But she don't even want that. She want that Ellen strap. And y'all know that Ellen strap is big, you know, that Ellen strap, baby, be like, don't play with me. That Ellen strap it be giving you this right here. Just bow, 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 bow. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know that's what she needs. But this right here is doing nothing for her. And honestly, this was only to procreate their children, all right? A lot of people just get in these relationships to get a baby out of you, use your uterus, use your semen, and then they done with you because they didn't really want you in the first place. Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick. All right. Moving right along from that, we're going to go back to Donald here because you guys have to know that he has been using code words to get his supporters to riot, all right? And I don't mean people that dislike Trump and they're normal. I'm talking about the people that are like die hard, like he's their God. And I never quite understand it about people because when it comes to politicians, these people don't know you. They really don't care about you. And unless you're in the same class system as them, you will always be beneath them. But anyway, people gotta find solace wherever they can, okay? And so what you guys should know is that he has some key words here that he says that will incite people to riot. One of them is stand by. When he says stand by in a tweet, he's trying to incite a riot. Second code term that he has is hiding in an underground city. When you see him say that, he's trying to get some shit started, all right? Like purge type shit. Last one, we will not lose. As you guys know, Donald Trump has already said he refuses to leave office, even if he is not reelected. All right, it's looking like he's not going to be. Ballots are still being counted, but now Donald Trump is alleging that a lot of those ballots came from dead people, they're just fake. He's saying that there's some tomfoolery going on, so he's suing several states, as you guys already know, and basically him leaving the White House is going to be very much delayed. I just want y'all to know. Oh, before we go, one last little story about Donald Trump here. Him and Harrison Ford used to snort coke off of hookers, all right? And they did it at one of Mike Tyson's not Golden Glove, but one of his parties at the Republic Gardens Club. It was a Republic Gardens Club in D.C. back in the 90s. Mike Tyson had a party there after a fight. Trump and Harrison Ford went to the back with some white hoes, and they did the booger sugar off of them. But that's what they do. That's no surprise. I just thought that I'd throw that little tidbit in there. But I say all of that to say, the exclusive about all of this is that the entire family is fake, bisexual. They got a Tawanda in there, one that liked transgenders. The marriage is on contract. That was actually her moving truck. And she got a man. And she got like a Jason Statham looking type of man. When you see him, you see him. You might not believe me, but when you see it, all right? Oh, man. All right, what's going on, y'all? I'm just saying. I mean, they were frauding people. They said, wow. I mean, sounds about white. What's up with E when he was under... Okay, all right. So we're going to move right along to the next one. Next up, we got to talk about King Von here. Now, King Von was an up-and-coming rapper. I say is but was. An up-and-coming rapper down here in Atlanta. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I was not that familiar with his music. I actually don't listen to a lot of rap like that. Y'all already know I like rap for soft Negroes, okay? Negroes that ain't going to fight. That's me. I ain't trying to fight none of you, nigga. I ain't got time for that, okay? I'm Brad calling 911. Don't try me. So, I say all of that to say, I wasn't that familiar with his stuff. However, a lot of people were familiar with him. A lot of the younger crap and teenagers and shit. Damn, I'm old. Anyway, so King Von was out at a nightclub. And what you guys should know is that this incident happened, this killing happened at about 3:20 a.m. Now, my thing is this. When it comes to these nightclubs, these lounges, I don't really be nowhere after like 12:30 like that. Like, I don't know who's like me, and I'm not saying this is fault, okay? I'm not saying this is fault, but what I'm telling y'all is that, at a certain time, ain't nothing open. Ain't nothing good gonna happen. Leaving the club 2, 3 in the morning, don't do that. For y'all that stay in them clubs till 5, 6 in the morning when they close, whatever your state's limit is, don't do that. At about 12:30, you buzz, you good, you done dance. Pick you somebody to go home and have unprotected sex with which you will have, an unwanted child or unwanted abortion in a few months. Whatever. But do what you gotta do, but leave that shit and go home. But staying in these clubs and shit until like 3 and 4 in the morning, you're asking for trouble, okay? So what allegedly happened is that there were 2 gentlemen at the club that actually got into an argument. Of course, it's 3 in the morning, they drunk and was probably fighting over a woman. I wasn't even there, and I could tell you what 2 Negroes was fighting about in a club at 3 in the morning. Now, not only was those 2 men in that club fighting, there were 2 undercover police officers that were working at the club as security. That right there threw me off, okay? Because I'm like, 2 undercover, there just happens to be 2 undercover police officers there the night he gets shot. My mind goes to the conspiracy realm, but I don't want to go there. I want to just stick with what was reported, and then we'll talk about that other stuff later, all right? So then, as the 2 gentlemen, not the policemen, but as the 2 gentlemen begin to actually argue more and more and more, they just pulled out their guns and started shooting, and King Von got caught up in it, all right? His real name is Daquan Bennett. Now, at first, people were saying he got shot by the police. Then people were saying they didn't even know if he was actually deceased. Like, people were shooting out stories before we really even knew anything concrete. But what I think that this is a lesson of, I don't know if this is no sacrifice. We'll talk about that later. But what I personally think is that this is just an example of being at the wrong place at the wrong place at the right time. As an entertainer, as somebody that's getting money, you cannot be caught in certain spaces anymore. And I think that somebody needs to have the conversation to say that entertainers that come up out of the hood need to learn how and when to quickly exit and leave the hood and no longer be around hood activities. These are just facts. When you start having success, this man has some kids. Now, I saw a picture with him and his kids, and one of his sons was holding up the middle finger. I really don't like that, but I don't want to judge because, that's what people do. But I'm just saying, don't be raising no ignorant ass kids out here. I'm just saying. But it was what it was. But as you see, he's wearing the jewelry. He got the chains. He got the watches. He got the girls. Like he was really making money. When you start doing that and you from the hood, you can no longer be around people in the hood or from the hood. You can no longer go to hood clubs. You can't. Why? Because you're a target. And you would just so happen to always get caught up in some shit. According to this story, King Von had nothing to do with this shooting, but he happens to be the one that got shot. But had he been in certain clubs or a certain area around a certain crowd, this probably wouldn't have happened. That's why celebrities hang around each other. They only go to certain venues. There's a reason why they do things the way that they do it. But we need to have a deep conversation with our artists about that. You from the hood, you love your hood, I get it. Akbar V, you love your hood, you from the hood, you still fighting like you in the hood. But when you start to get some success, you have to leave that. You have to remove yourself. You have to drop those friends because nobody's really happy for you. All they want to do is take from you. Okay? And it just so happens to be when you got money and you successful and you go around certain crowds, shit always goes down. Why? Because they have nothing to lose, you do. And he's the one that lost his life. Are y'all feeling where I'm coming from? Are you feeling what I'm putting out there? He look, I don't want to say the sacrifice war. I don't know. Might have been. It's a fight that just so happened to break out. Now we got two off-duty police officers there. The two men get into a shootout. The police officers shoot back. King Von got caught in the middle. It sounded a little hit-ish to me. But I'm just saying this to say we need to start telling our artists, take your ass home. Meg had no business out at Kylie Jenner's house. You're supposed to be quarantining and actually putting out an album. Tory had no business out like that. Had no business smashing two best friends and trying to smash Kylie. You had no business. Take your ass home. I don't know if y'all was raised like me. Cur your ass home. Now, I know the word is carry, not cur. But my people country. Cur your ass home. That's a sign. That's a sign. I'ma just leave it at that. Yeah, I know he was 26. I know. But I'ma just leave it at that. All right, moving right along from that. That's story set. Oh, the next part of the story I wanted to do is that Asian the Brat here. Somebody go check on Asian. Now, I see that her and King Von here that they dated or they had like one of those whirlwind romances. As I was looking, I was like, okay, I see them together, but I don't see anything official. Then they was and they what I look. When it comes to these relationships in 2020, I just always say it's complicated because you never really know what's going on because he had other women anyway. But she's very almost suicidal over him. She actually made a post. I'm going to read y'all what she said on this post here. Hold up. Because the stuff sounds really sad. I'm like, somebody go check on this girl. Now, Asian the Brat apparently used to be Asian Doll. Now, I'm glad she changed her name because there's too many damn dolls. I still don't know why she calls herself Asian. She better be at least part Asian. I think she tried to say that on DJ Vlad. Why you couldn't be African Doll. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so she said, she posted on her IG story, she said, I would have went with you to the next life holding your hand. Why you leave me, Von, for real? What we used to always tell each other, we'll die for each other. And if we going together. Now, I'm not going to post nothing like that for somebody that's not my spouse. But I'm not going to drag her for posting that either. Because sometimes you fall in love with people and you create a connection on such a deep level that you can't even explain it. We all got people like that in our life that you either dated, met, or whatever. That your energies just, they mesh. And no matter how hard you try, you just can't let them go. Like even if you wanted to, you couldn't. And you don't always have to sleep with them. Like low key, I'm starting to believe in like past lives and, you know, maybe my ancestors was actually right about the past life type of stuff. I know my Christianity took that out and said that wasn't possible. But I'm just saying, it's something to that. Because some people we meet and it's like you're not strangers. And it's weird because it shouldn't be like that. But it is. So anyway, don't drag the girl. But I hope somebody actually go check on her. Because if y'all think that this cannot be a Romeo and Juliet type of situation, it actually can. Moving right along from that. All right, I just reported what the news outlet said. Shit's sad though. All right, moving right along. We got to talk about Mel B, Melanie Brown. What's going on, Spice? You know what? Mel look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Mel has definitely aged better than most of her counterparts. You know, Victoria over there always looking like, you know, not happy. She ain't smiled in years. I think that girl just hungry. I think she just need a sandwich. Anyway, the other one, but Mel looks good. I ain't mad at it. But Mel has a horrible taste in men and a horrible taste in well, she just has horrible luck with men and children, period. All right, so Mel B here. Her and Eddie Murphy actually have a 13-year-old child together named Angel. Now, if you remember, back when she got pregnant by him in like '06, they had a whirlwind romance. Mel B tried to tell us that they were so in love and the sex was electrifying, and Eddie took her to heights she had never reached. Now, Eddie Murphy over here been screwing since he was 14 and got 10 kids. You don't screw for that long, because how old is Eddie Murphy? 72? You don't screw for that long and have that many kids and don't know what you're doing. So I'm just saying, Mel, I think what you were mistaking as love was just lust and just a man that was very experienced. Low key, that's why a lot of you girls at 15 and 16 was dating the dudes that was 35 with a cutlass, because he knew what he was doing and he had a car. Now, Mel, let's keep it real. You wasn't attracted to nothing on Eddie. You was attracted to that money. All right, that status. You weren't using protection. You claimed that y'all planned a baby together. How did y'all plan a baby together within 2 months of messing around? Because he never claimed you publicly. So I'm not going to call that a relationship. And him holding your hands, walking down the streets, walking you to the Red Roof, to the Super 8, to the Motel 6. That don't count as a relationship. He held that transgender's hand. He held that hand too. So I'm just saying, don't feel that special. Mel, I'm sorry, Mel. You going through it, but it's true. And so if y'all remember, after she had the baby, named the Angel, because she thought that baby was gonna bring her in some money. Eddie didn't claim the baby. They had to do a paternity suit. But we're way past it now, okay? And currently, Mel B is receiving 21,000 euros in child support. Now in US dollars, that's 24,000 and some change. But she says she needs an increase. She can't live off of it. Her expenses are going up. The 13-year-old's expenses are going up, and they need more money. And I'm here to tell you, Mel B, if you are not absolutely careful, what happened to Ludacris's baby mama is going to happen to you. See, Ludacris went over there before he married that Eudoxie lady, the lady he called his black queen. They all got a black queen that ain't actually black. Tyrese. Look, you date who you want to date. I'm an advocate for date out, spread it. Just spread it. Get it how you live, because it's hard picking, slim pickings out here. It's real ghetto down here in the dating world. But my thing is, if you don't get a black queen, can she look black? That's all I ask. For 2020 going forward, for everybody who's put the stamp on a woman and my black queen, please let her actually look black. Like, I don't care if she dark, mid, light, whatever. Just let me look at her and know she's black. I don't want to look at her and see Sofia Vergara and you telling me that's your black queen. I'm not going to buy it. If she's 6% black like Adrienne Bailon and Jennifer Lopez, that's not your black queen. She's not going to have no black experience. We're going to keep it real. But we know these men don't like the way they look. They went through a lot of shit for the way they look. And they wanted to make sure that when they had kids, their kids did not look like them. Well, we're going to keep it real. Okay, let's keep it real. But then they forget that, you black and, she got a little black in her and your black and her little black is going to still produce black. And so you still be having, you be in your feelings, Gilbert Arenas, when all 4 of your kids is dark like you. You thought they was going to come out like Gloria or Laura, whichever one. Was everybody getting head behind the bleachers in science class when we learned about the Punnett squares? I think y'all might have been. Anyway, I say all that to say, you getting $21,000 a month. If you're not careful, Mel B, that judge will just give custody of that child to Eddie. Because if you can't make it off of that a month, I don't really know what to tell you. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? 21, that even over there in Europe, because she lives in the UK now, she relocated. 21,000 a month is plenty money. Like, you give me 21,000 a month, I'm gonna have your baby set. You can send your babies here. Your baby gonna be set, best clothes, best schools, the money away for college fund. We gonna be eating Papa those 5-6 nights a week. And your kid gonna be traveling around the world. I'm not understanding how y'all not able to make it. Oh, let me tell you, you guys live lifestyles that you can no longer afford. You're not an A-lister trying to live an A-lister life. You're a regular Joe like me and everybody else out here working. You were something, you're not that now. And the height of your success and your best earning years is gone. You ain't making no money unless Spice Girls go on a tour. But Mel B, you ain't do it right. See, instead of hopping from man to man and worry about these niggas out here, you supposed to been making cookbooks. You supposed to been on HSN. You supposed to been trying to marry somebody that was actually rich. Get your stuff together before you lose that child too. Speaking of losing a child, let's go to her ex-husband here. Now, Mel got 3 kids, 3 baby daddies. Hey, a lot of people do. It is what it is. Erykah Badu got a 4x4 like she Wendy's. But who cares as long as you can take care of your kids, all right? Have as many as you want. Like, be fruitful and multiply. I'm just saying. Anyway, I said that to say this is her ex-husband, Stephen Belafonte. Now, if you remember them, they had a reality show on E! Back in like the mid-2000s where we thought that the only problems they had was food. Now, he's a fatty. I'm a fatty too. He like to eat. I like to eat too. I can tell you one thing, no matter how much weight he lose, ain't no weight losing that head. I'm just saying. I know he was sick as hell when he lost that hair. Me too. Praying to God I never lose this hairline. Jesus, my hairline might look like the Underground Railroad, but at least it's there and not the one under the church. Porsche. Anyway, I say all of that to say their marriage was a complete fraud. So Mel B, you need to look within yourself. Let me get on my Iyanla. Let me get on my Iyanla, all right? Give me your head, Mel B. I'm gonna take your head and I'm gonna make you scream in dirt, in a hole in the earth. And I need you to get out everything in you that picks the men that you pick and the reasons why you do. It's trauma. You never felt love. You don't feel like you enough. Okay, I got you together. Pay me the $250. I say all of that to say, Mel B, your choice in men suck. This man defrauded you from the very beginning. His real last name is not Belafonte. It's Stansberry. He took on the name of Belafonte so he could trick people into thinking that he was related to Harry Belafonte. Now, let me tell you how much of a lazy asshole this guy is. Not only is he too lazy to actually, do anything and earn a living on his own, he didn't even go pay the $400 in LA County Court to go legally change his name to Belafonte. So at least when he got married to Mel B, she could be Melanie Belafonte and not Melanie Stansberry. He just took on a stage name. You can't have a stage name with no stage. Legally change the shit or let it go. Because you ain't related to La Belafonte and you ain't got no talent. Otherwise, you wouldn't have to try to connect yourself to somebody that do got talent, right? So she got defrauded there. Then Mel B claims that he abused her throughout the relationship. I can believe it because, hell, look, he eat a lot, he'll beat a lot, and he'll cheat a lot. Then she claims that he was forcing her to have threesomes with the live-in nannies. I think that's a little funny having live-in nannies when only one person in the relationship works. Mel B worked. He managed her career, but didn't really do anything. What's up with all these men not wanting to work? Is that the new hustle? Let me know. Can I marry a rich woman and not work again? Can I do that? Nah, I make too much. I ain't doing that. Then I ain't doing that. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. But anyway, y'all know I got too much mouth. Ain't no way I could be just a house husband and cooking and cleaning and taking the kids to school. My wife would kick me in the throat. Y'all know my mouth is slick. I gotta stay with a job. Stay very successful. Anyway, I say all that to say she been frauded from the very beginning. And when they divorced, after her claiming to basically be a sex slave to him and being abused by him, she has now had to pay him the following: $15,000 a month in spousal support, $7,300 a month in child support. So while you getting $21,000, wait a minute, you get 21,000 euros from Eddie, you got to pay $15,000 US to Stephen, as well as $7,300 to Stephen. In addition to that, Mel B claims that she earned between $2 to $10 million on the last Spice Girls tour, but hasn't worked any this year because of COVID-19, which is actually absolutely true. Hollywood shut down. Ain't nowhere for them to go. My thing is this: where your 2 to 10 million go? See, once again, you live in an A-list lifestyle, but you're not an A-lister, okay? In addition to that, Mel B also owes the IRS $2.5 million. So between owing $2.5 million to the IRS, she owes $500,000 to Stephen Belafonte in her divorce decree. This is a 3-year debt now. She owed this man $500K. She paying him $15,000 a month, then another $7,300 a month. She's had to give up her fight for her child, all right? Her child, Madison, with Stephen, is still out in LA while she lives in the UK, and she's not going to be able to fight to bring the baby over there to her because she is simply going bankrupt. She got it bad. Like, she got it real bad. I low-key feel sorry for her, but I got so many questions on why she has picked these horrible ass men time and time and time again. Like, Mel B, you might want to start taking, low key, you might want to go to Ellen's house and start taking a strap. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. But when your money low on funds, you need to call Ellen. You need to call Missy Elliott. You need to lick bottoms to stay on top. Like, you need to do some. Do some. Call MC Light. She's single. Do some. Do it quick. Because you ain't even going to have the third baby now. You taking Eddie back and forth to court. You about to lose that second one. Just get it together fast. But I figured out why she was trying to get more money from Eddie. Not only is she drowning in debt over here, but in addition to that, Coming to America 2 was sold to Amazon Studios, one of them streaming shits, was sold to them for $125 million. Mel saw that and knows that Eddie got an increase in income, but Eddie got 10 damn kids, Mel. So you got to get in line. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Anyway, best of luck to Mel B, but I will file bankruptcy on all this, pull a 50 Cent, and move along with my life. I wouldn't give none of these people no money, hell. Let them get it from let them get blood from a turnip, because you really, like, you ain't got it, all right? We're going to play a Mercer here, and then we'll be right back to take your questions and comments.
Are you living a hectic and stressful life? Between the news and racial stress and trauma, do you find yourself feeling alone and anxious? If so, join our community, Mind, Body, Faith, and learn how to establish daily practices that aid in healing the mind, body, and spirit, like meditation, yoga, prayer, breath work, and journaling. Pause and let your spirit breathe by using our meditation prayer cards and meditation candles when you need to reconnect with God. Start on your new path by taking our meditation quiz, because it's always a good time to meditate with God.
All right, so let me take y'all questions and comments here. Ooh, and then we're going to have a good night. Alex said, Mel B need to call Dave Ramsey. Hell yeah, she need to call Dave Ramsey. She need to, well, he would tell her to get her life in order. Like, how are you blowing through $21,000 a month? I don't understand. I mean, I understand, but it's just like, something's got to give. Mel better call Tyrone them and tell him she need a bankruptcy. She sure do. Him as a man should be ashamed. He absolutely should. He should. Now, look, it's 2020 and things are 50-50. And look, if you're going to get, I don't even agree with spousal support, but if you're going to get it, fine. If you're going to get child support, fine. But let your foot up off her neck. Just at some point, like you about to bankrupt her. I wouldn't pay him nothing. That's just me. I wouldn't pay him nothing. What about the Dr. Dre news from the other day? What's going on with Dr. Dre and them now? Like, his wife is pissing me off so much. Man, if you don't go take a settlement from that man to keep it moving, why does Mel B have to pay her ex-husband money? She was the one that made money in the relationship. When you are the one that make money, especially living in California or Texas, which are no-fault states, and 50-50 states pretty much automatically. So yes, she has to pay him. She was a moneymaker. He's accustomed to a certain lifestyle. Marriage is a contract. When you break a contract, you typically have to pay your way out of it. Typically. I'm just letting you know. Y'all look at marriage like love. No, that's business. What's going on with Eve? Eve trying to have a baby. Eve is going to have to go through a lot of fertility treatments. She's had fertility problems for years. You know, if it was up to her, she would have gave her husband a baby. And, you know, I think she need to go hook, nook, and crook to make that happen. Get off the talk. I agree. You know, that was busy work for her. That woman ain't got to work. She done came a long way from Stevie J. Y'all better get on that Eve and Sierra manual. Level up. You might start with the dogs, but level up. Level up, ladies. I don't know what else to tell you, okay? She's the breadwinner. She low-key right. I have a 13-year-old and I need more than 75 a week. Man, look. A lot of us grew up with parents that didn't even make $2,000 or $3,000 in a month. you better figure out how to make it on 21. But a lot of people, once they had a name for themselves, they don't want to go back to living regular. So they still want to rent a place that's $15,000 a month and not go to something that's $2,000 or $3,000 a month with the regulars. But you're not a list. You're like X. You're regular. Like you low key lower than the reality stars. We know they household name. Like come on now. We gotta be realistic. Those miracle drops or working storm. Oh, thank you. All right, so yeah, send your questions my way. Questions, comments, concerns. We'll get into it. Skincare for me is Shaw's Creations. That link is in the chat and in the description box. I actually had a couple pimples here that came because I've been eating meat and stuff, and so I know that's where they came from. But they quickly went away. I forgot to exfoliate. I did that, and they're pretty much gone. Like, her stuff is the ish, I promise you. What's up with Ellen and Staps? Ellen and Straps? Oh, that's in Strap On. That's a joke. Strap On. Kanye West and Jaguar should join forces. She got some information he needs to know for Clive. If she can get... I'm going to speak it. If Jag and Kanye get in the same room, the industry is done. The industry is done. I'm just letting you know. Face is looking great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, y'all gonna have me feeling good by myself. But no, I wanted to just get back to the old way I did things. Like, not all the theatrics, not all the videos going in and out. Really just me and y'all. T-shirt. And I'm just talking to y'all. I miss our old lives. I really do. I ain't talking about like the ones we did like last month, the month before that. I mean like the ones we did like last year. Like the ones in the car and stuff. Like, I want to make the money I'm making now, but like I miss that a little bit. But it's all good. There's nice grand homes that are 200 to 600,000. People are stupid. Yes, they do. What a lot of people in the industry do is this, right? Let's say I got $7 million in the bank. I could go buy a house right now, $1 million cash. But that ain't good enough. What they go do is go get approved for like a $30 million home, and they pay a $40,000 a month mortgage. And what happens is that when they're not acting anymore, when they're not on that TV show anymore, records ain't selling, they have to sell the house. They can't sell the house, they foreclose, they short sell, they do whatever. But that's why you see so many of these celebrities, running to the OnlyFans, doing reality shows, taking any kind of work they can. Because they don't sit their ass down somewhere. I'm just letting you know. That's the trick. Like me right now, I could get approved for, let's see, I'm going to just talk rent. I could get approved for rent that's $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a month. I could get approved for that. Why would I go do that? Why would I go do that just because I could? Knowing ain't no guarantee I'm going to make that the next month. Like, why would you do that when I could live here or live somewhere similar? Like, I'm just saying, people don't move right. I ain't trying to be a Toya in Eugene, making all that money and still broke because they got to live in a house that's $10,000 a month. Like, I'm just not doing that. Let's see. Right, embezzle. Yes, embezzled is very true. Very, very true. Why is Tekashi 6ix9ine laughing at King Von? Tekashi does anything for clout. Tekashi's doing anything he can do for you guys to pay attention to him. Tekashi's gonna have to have security for the rest of his life. That's a really big expense. He has cornered himself into being an internet troll. It pays very well. However, but if Darren Wilson's still walking around, if the dude that killed Trayvon Martin, if they still walking around, then low key Tekashi's probably safe. I'm just saying. All these dudes from the hood said they was gonna do this and do that, and they still walking around. Tekashi's still walking around, so just saying. Okay, what else? What else? Granny always said having money don't make you smart. Talk about Erica Jane. We're gonna talk about Erica Jane tomorrow. She's gonna get a script. She left that old man. Are you and Tasha K still friends? Yes. Oh my God, yes. Smart than I overspend. Storm, I need to give you my student loan. I gotta pay off my student loans. I owe 70K. So I just paid off my credit cards. They're all paid off. And that was $12,000. 12K. And it's paid off. And I'm blessed. I'm blessed and happy, right? But it's like, man, this debt thing, it's the devil. It truly is. Let me ask you something. Was the trick to get us in a lot of debt as Americans to also keep us enslaved? So we would have to like work and add to the system? Anyway. Do you think Erica and Safari are really broken up? No, I believe they just having a fight. They're just being idiots. They're both loud. They're both abrasive. They're both New Yorkers. You know what I'm saying? And they both petty and immature. And so that's what you get. You know, you literally got a marriage and a house built on sex and pornography. That's what you get. So, you know, instead of arguing, you know, put on some Barney for the baby and go upstairs and make some OnlyFans videos. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, I don't care about, you know, y'all little spats. He, you know, showed the baby. You know, his name's Safari, the baby name's Sapphire. Oh, that's cute. But you better make your marriage work so you can actually stay around your baby. Make your marriage work, because Nicki don't want you no more. She don't want you. Alright, I'm going to let that go. Okay. Storm, who is your next guest? I did the interview actually today. He is, I'm not going to tell you his name, but it's a he, and he's an ex-R&B star that you're going to remember when you see him, but he really didn't get the limelight that he deserves. Okay, cool. Do you think Nene Leakes will be able to dig the hole she made for herself? Yeah, I was on vacation when that story happened. Let me tell y'all real quick with Nene. Nene is losing it. Nene is bored. Nene is a very rich bitch. Okay, she's opened a lounge in the middle of a COVID-19 pandemic. That's her business. I say all that to say, instead of doing that show the way she did it, you should have just went to season 13 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, did half the work, and got paid, what, the same? Why not go do 6 episodes and get 700K or 600K, whatever it is. Take that money you got for that season and then put that into this gagging and roasting and reading show that you want to do. But let's keep it real. All the gagging and roasting that you see on E! News now, that's boring, that you see other celebrities try to do, that you see other YouTubers try to do. It all came from Kaya and Madison. Not saying we don't have other people that roast, but I mean people that are simply known for roasting. Kaya and Madison did numbers that were better than TV. Everybody was watching Kaya and Madison, 20, 30K in the chat. When you have those kind of numbers, everybody's watching. And so I say all of that to say, all this runoff you see, it's from that. You would have did better hiring Kaya. You should have called me, Nene. You should have called me. What your ass should have done was took that 700K from Real Housewives, took that, paid Kaya, and executively produced her own show, gave her the setup and the equipment and everything that she needs, and you would have been 100 millionaire right there. But you didn't do it. You got some gays out of nowhere because they just want to be around you and they're beneath you. Because a lot of people don't want somebody next to them that star power matches there, so you keep people around that are beneath you. You got them gays around that was hungry and starving and beneath you. You used them and you made yourself look like a fool. And it looked like you taped it on an Android too. All right, guys. One more question before we out of here. When's the Roseanne interview? Roseanne is not coming over here. I went on to her show. Roseanne is really cool though, but that was exposure for me, and that was. Let me tell you something. Star said, look, the Star Report gave me my big ups. Roseanne did. Tasha did. I'm just saying. Storm, will you ever interview Nene Leakes? If she wants to come over, but she probably don't because I talked about her. We did the exclusive on her song. Do you think Meg Thee Stallion is fake? Most of the industry's fake. Most of them fake. They're all fake. Let me give y'all a little info here you probably didn't know. Oh, I think I told y'all. I don't know if I told y'all that. Most of them are fake. Most of them got beards. And the way information is leaked about the other ones is that they leak it in order to keep their shit out the press. All right. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. I will catch you guys later. Shout out to all the cosmetology workers out there. Your work is truly essential because without you guys, a lot of us will be walking around here looking like ragamuffins. You guys are the true MVPs. And since you guys are the true MVPs, I'm about to bring you the most valuable app to your career. ShearShare is a salon and barbershop booth rental app that's available in over 625 cities. Been featured in Forbes magazine, Fortune magazine, and more, and is known as the Airbnb of the cosmetology industry. Now you might be asking, ShearShare. Yeah, if you try to say it like 7 times back to back, your tongue is gonna get tied. But most importantly, what's not gonna be tied up is your money, because with ShearShare, you can literally work out of any salon, spa, barbershop at your leisure. Okay, you just simply pay your fee and that's it. So ShearShare is not going to take a commission, they're not going to take an extra cut, and you ain't going to owe them at the end of the month. This app ensures that you are able to work out of whatever space you want to at your particular leisure. ShearShare booking. All right, prices start at just $15 per day, so you damn near gonna get your first booking for free.
Are you a bad bitch? Are you a bad bitch? Are you a bad bitch? Is you a savage? Well, whether you are a bad bitch or a savage or whatever you want to call yourself, I am here to talk to you today about a book called Bad Bitches and Perfect Pitches that is authored by Precious Williams. One of the biggest differences between you and your competition in any facet of your life is the fact that they know how to effectively communicate and you don't. See, in this world, you don't have to be the smartest, you don't have to be the prettiest, you don't have to have the most money, but you do have to be able to sell yourself. Now, Precious Williams comes from the inner city of St. Louis, and she, in her book, has shown you how to elevate your life by using the gift of gab, using your words, using communication. Bad Bitches and Power Pitches. If you're trying to sell a book to someone, if you're trying to work on your elevator pitch for a meeting at work, if you're trying to elevate your career, if you're trying to bring clients into your business, and just to learn how to effectively communicate out in the world, then you can definitely benefit from this book. Now, Precious Williams' book has been featured on Forbes, CNN, LinkedIn, Black Enterprise, and more. It can be found at www.perfectpitches by Precious. Now go ahead and buy today so you can be on your way to being a bad bitch with the perfect pitch.
Ladies, treat Gianni. All natural herbs for a fresher, tighter, cleaner, healthier Yanni. This is the Yanni bowl. Here are the herbs. These are natural herbs. You know, a little steamy down there, but you know, it's perks to it. Keep everything right and tight. I'm going to Yanni steam. If you haven't heard about it, definitely got to research it. It has wonderful, wonderful benefits. So ladies, try her out.
Embrace Pangea is a Black-owned health and wellness brand that has solidified themselves as being able to take care of your yoni. But guess what? They do more than just service your yoni. Yes, as a matter of fact, Embrace Pangea has products to cover you from head to toe, inside and out. And in particular, let me tell you about a couple products that I personally use. Number one is the herbal tooth powder that is better than any toothpaste that you will get over the counter. It will get your teeth clean and help your teeth to maintain a natural white shade. And in addition to that, the advanced botanical mouthwash is something that we all should have in our medicine cabinet. Now, when you look at a bottle like this with 25 potent herbs like echinacea, golden cell, don't laugh at me if I mispronounced that, you know what I meant. We need these natural ingredients in our mouth rinses so that we can fight tooth decay, gingivitis, all of that plaque, halitosis, and overall poor oral hygiene. Okay, so if you want to get a good clearance when you go to the dentist, get you some Embrace Pangea, and in addition to that, make sure you use my code STORM to get 10% off your order at checkout today.
Are you struggling with hair growth issues? Or are you ready to finally be able to actually put your hair in a real ponytail and not that little knob? Have you found that beauty supply products leave your hair dry, flat, useless, and dull? And are you ready for a change? And if you are, you need to try some MOOMOO grease. product was created for us, and nothing will change about your hair if you don't change your regimen. This product can be used in old people, young people, it doesn't matter. The products are 100% vegan, and all of the information for MOOMOO grease is down in the description box below. Now, are you tired of being fat as hell? Are you sick of your breasts hitting your lap when you sit down? Are you embarrassed every time you go by and people think you pregnant, but you really not? You just had a big burrito last night. If you were going through them problems, and guess what? I got a solution for you, and your solution is going to be found in NUTRABURST. Now, before you get mad, let me let you know, in addition to using NUTRABURST products, you're going to need a healthy caloric deficit diet. But one of my favorite products that NUTRABURST offers is called Resolution Drops and Life Drops. And I'm telling you, they help me not eat as much because, you know, I'm a cookie monster. I'm a slave to that pata monster. So if you a slave to the pasta and the cookies like me, get you some Resolution and some Life Drops. My link is in the description box below.
I'm the CEO of VDeluxeLook.com, representing for DC, Maryland, and Virginia. VDeluxe Look started back in 2015. I really enjoyed cooking, and it's very therapeutic for me. And the holistic side of things is because some of the flavor and ingredients of the oils are healthy. It's 100% organic, extra virgin. It's either the olive oil or the avocado oil. These herbs are set and marinated for weeks before they're prepared, so you can preserve the freshness. And they taste great on anything you like to eat. Our most popular, frequently bought flavor is RPO, rosemary, parsley, olive oil. The oil is seasoned to taste, and it's absolutely delicious. It's more than just a brand, it's a lifestyle. So try VDeluxeLook.com and see what you enjoy.